What is up, Knights of X? We are coming back at you hot with a nice free-to-play video for my year-and-a-half account going over specifically Proving Grounds. This is a little bit of a follow-up video that I posted a couple weeks ago about the most important team in Galaxy of Heroes right now, and this video alone will prove it even more. I'm talking again about Great Mothers and what they are doing in Proving Grounds for you, which is, for a new player, one of the most important game modes to have access to and to be able to 3-star to get these necessary characters, because by far, Conquest units are the most impactful for your roster in terms of Grand Arena. The best units in the game come out of Conquest. Once they're in the game for a year or two, they get put into the Proving Grounds game mode, and that's how you are able to access them. So characters like Bane, Queen Amidala, Ezra Bridger Exile, Malgus, all these powerful characters you want to be able to unlock as fast as possible. You got to be able to beat their event, and what you want to do is to have a team that can beat them all, and I have the exact team to be able to do it. Now, a couple weeks ago I talked about the most important team in Galaxy of Heroes, so we're going to talk about it right now. We're going to head into the game, and I'm going to show you exactly who I'm talking about. Again, if you guys need a refresher, anyone that's new to the channel, new to Galaxy of Heroes, you're getting closer to the 4 million galactic power mark, and you want to be able to 3-star these events, none other than Great Mothers. Yes. Back then, I didn't have Merrin available, so I wasn't able to 3-star the Malgus or TIE Interceptor one, which is known to being the hardest one out of them all. But Lightspeed tokens on all 4 or 5 of these characters, and now I can beat every single one very easily. Now, for the Malgus and Interceptor one, Merrin is going to want her Zetas, but she's at a bare minimum relic level of 3, and does have very bad modding, but the Zetas are extremely helpful. I think the one, I think it's this one, is the one you're really going to want to get. I think that's the, one of these is the Zetas, not the one that's the unique. One of them is very important, but I did end up applying both of them because they are very good. I know she got nerfed, she's not going to be able to beat Jabba as easy, but, or not beat Jabba at all, but she's still a good character, could beat a number of other squads. So what I want to show today is exactly what I'm talking about for the Proving Ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the video. I have it recorded on my other screen over here. So the first one I want to talk about is going to be Malgus. This is going to be a little bit of an in-depth video going over this event and how I got it done. So we're going to go ahead and press play. This is the Malgus tier, by far one of the hardest of the entire Proving Grounds. So what I'm going to do is showcase the strategy. You put the Doomed on Malgus, you put the Blessed on Morgan. Now, what Merrin is here to do, which she's the one that makes this possible, is she's constantly going to be cleansing the entire team. And you know what? Let me see if I can make this a little bit faster. We're going to go fast for the playback speed, because this could take a while. But pretty much, you have to kill the target with Death Mark. Merrin is so clutch because she's helping with the protection recovery and cleansing your team from all the debuffs. And the Plague actually gets them down pretty low. So when she's doing that middle ability, she's inflicting the entire enemy team with Plague, which is going to be helpful for taking out characters like Bastila, Assassin, Revan. Now, they do have a heal mechanic once a character goes down, and there's going to be a little bit of RNG with the timing of the Death Mark. Like over there, you see, Malgus attacked, we were all hit with fear, he gets Death Mark because he was the next to attack when Death Mark was off the field. So, the most important thing about this is, I think the beginning, you have to do Malgus, put the Blessed on Morgan. By far the most important. Merrin is the one that makes this possible, by far. You have to survive. It's all about surviving and getting him low and making the other characters die to Plague. So over here, I'm using that ability whenever there's a lot of debuffs on the field. So it's cleansing us, and we have a lot of healing. He was able to whiff there. We're able to lower Malgus's max health with Doomed and Great Mother's basic ability. We're lowering his max health. So this is just super clutch. Yes, I have the other characters at Relic 7, the requirements for other farms, and they're a very good team. There's nothing bad about that. But the point about this is that this team is so accessible. It doesn't require any legendaries, no conquest, no GLs, nothing. Marquee team, being able to beat every single Proving Grounds, including the hardest ones. The rest of besides the TIE Interceptor and Malgus, I'm going to show you that you can literally full auto and beat them with an undermanned squad, because I didn't have Merrin back in the day. But over here, you see how Malgus is getting really low. He got the Savior mechanic from Talon, but his HP is down to 1. That is Great Mother's unique from Doomed, reducing his max health. Now over here, I end up going for Talon because Talon is kind of annoying. And she has a lot of big AoE damage I didn't want to have to deal with. So over here, I'm just going for, you know, stalling this battle out. We're getting back to full health. I did end up having Death Mark on my Death Trooper Peridia, so I had to be really careful that he didn't go down. But over here, he is able to survive a hit like that with Death Mark. He's able to heal, but this is by far the hardest proving grounds and able to be done with Great Mother. So I did want to showcase that. We were able to get 20 Malgus shards, just like that. The next one, the second hardest tier of the entire proving grounds, is the TIE Interceptor. I don't know why they made this one so hard, but it is. You're forced to doom Reva, put the blessed on Morgan. That is by far the strategy. Now you're going to see, you're going to be in a loopy mechanic. All the debuffs on the field and all the purge on your team, you're constantly taking turns. Now, yes, they're going to go ahead and do ability blocks and get to their thing, and it gets a little sketchy, but all you have to do is use Merrin's middle ability, keep waiting for the dots to be on the enemy team. The plague will eventually land, and they're going to start going down and down and down. You're cleansing your entire team from dots, so you're always going to be okay. She's gaining constant turn meter. The little dicey part is the heal immunity from Reva. That is by far the sketchiest part about this, but if you have a tanky enough Morgan, you're going to be fine. And the more turns your team takes, the less likely the heal immunity is going to be on you. So, Morgan with the Blessed and defense up. Super clutch. I go for the Mass Swarm here. Didn't do a lot of damage, but it's all about just stalling and surviving. You see the amount of dots in the enemy team? Second Sister is about to go down. Unless Grand Inquisitor jumps a turn and does another, see? Down by dots. Now, I think Grand Inquisitor does one cleanse. I could be wrong. We might be able to get him down here. Maybe he doesn't. But the protection up is very helpful. The defense up is here. The point being is that, okay, he doesn't take another turn. We are good to go. Now the sides are just going down from the dots, and we're constantly cleansing. This is the best free-to-play team to get this done. It is just unmatched at how easy this is. So over here, they just go down. They go down the dots. Reva is immune to the damage over times, but by the time that we get her down, we have enough damage. Her HP is going to get lowered from Great Mother's basic. I did assist with Morgan, with Merrin. I didn't have to do that. I should have done it with Great Mothers because it lowers the HP. But over here, she's down. 3-starring the hardest event in Proving Grounds. Now, what I want to showcase next is just every single one that I've done in case you guys want to see the strategy. This is a 4-man. A 4-man with Great Mothers. I didn't have Merrin back in the day. So, constantly putting the Blessed on Morgan because she's your tank. Merrin in here makes it even easier. So you guys have Merrin, perfect. If you don't have Merrin, you can underman every single other Proving Grounds besides the 2 I just showed. That's why I wanted to get it out of the way to show you guys the hardest ones can be done with Great Mothers as long as you have Morgan. But the rest, complete undermans. And this one's kind of annoying. The Maul one is kind of annoying, but we're absolutely fine because he does so many attacks out of turn. And the Super Commandos are just super annoying. But they're unmatched. So the whole point is you want to put a Doomed on all the targets and sides. Just spam your abilities. They get low. They're going to constantly swapping taunt for who's the healthiest target. So it does take a little bit of time. It's kind of annoying. But big AoE damage is here. Just continue to put the Doom on the other target. You see how their passive is skyrocketing to 109? It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. We're constantly lowering their HP. It's super easy. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I just want to showcase the strategy of each Proving Grounds, just in case you guys want a step-by-step guide on how to doing it all, because I got a lot of comments asking if I could do a in-depth guide on how to do each Proving Grounds with the Great Mother. So the whole point is dooming the sides, getting them low, just surviving, spamming your abilities. This one doesn't have a lot of brain power to it. It's really simple. He lowers his own max health from taking so many turns. Easy 3-star. That's Cat. So that's Commander Ahsoka Tano. It's a very important character. Next up we're going to show is going to be, I believe, this is Maul. This is Phoenix. This one's not as challenging. I typically go for Sabine first. She's with the bigger damage dealer of the team. So I get rid of her right away. The Mass Swarm, she's gone. 4 characters. That's it. I go for Ezra next. He's the next damage dealer. Want to get rid of him as fast as I can. Not that hard. Now over here, I'm forced to go for Kanan. But I think for the majority of the Proving Grounds, you want to put the Blessed on Morgan because she's your tank and she gets 30% max health. She's immune to certain abilities. So I think that's definitely the way to go. You can do the event special. Not necessary by any means. I don't think you have to do it. I think it lowers the HP of the rest of your team. So over here, I'm just going for Hera. This is just taking time. The good thing about Great Mothers is that they're the ultimate stall team. Even if you don't have enough damage, with Great Mother's passive, with the whole lowering of the max health, they just slowly kill themselves. Or the battle, if you get it long enough, they're just going to go down. Because their HP goes down and down and down and down. So over here, obviously they're going to be a little bit tanky. But we're lowering more HP with the basic. And it's super, super simple. Kanan goes. Nice basic. Now he's a little tanky. Big AoE. He heals a little bit, so I probably should have done a basic there because he's tanky, but it's not the end of the world. Just taking a little bit of time. So doing more basics, lowering more of his HP. Obviously very, very tanky, but heal immunity is nice from Night Trooper. Nice big chomp from Death Trooper Peridia. I don't think the Zetas are necessary for Night Trooper or Death Trooper Peridia. You're going to want them anyway because they're very good for their home-based team. But Morgans is nice. Great Mothers are very, very good to have. I highly recommend you throw the Zetas on them. But that's Maul. Maul, nice and easy. Next up is Boba Fett, Scion of Jango. Straightforward. It's kind of like the Conquest Bounty Hunter buff that they get with the whole defense stacking. I end up going for Bosk first. I don't think it's necessary. In this one, I end up putting the Blessed on Night Trooper. I don't think that's necessary. They end up getting the contract, so they were going, kind of hard. Even with that misplay, I still think I pulled this off. End up getting a heal. So I think I made massive misplays in this one. I probably should have put the Blessed on Morgan. And even with the misplay, I'm still fine. They're still killing themselves. So I just wanted to showcase, even if you make a misplay like that, you can still get it done. And I don't have to worry about it for the rest of Proving Grounds going forward. Next up, TIE Interceptor. This one is with Rey. And I got a lot of questions about this one. I go for Resistance Hero Finn first, and I put the Blessed on Morgan because I want her to be able to survive a whirlwind. So over here, I'm going all in on Finn. Obviously very tanky. We're going to remove all those buffs. He's in damage immunity right away. He does his thing. Almost got him down. I'm targeting another character because I know the AoE is going to get rid of him. So that's perfect. I end up putting the Doomed on Ben Solo next. We are able to tank a whirlwind. You see how low she got? We are able to tank it, which is nice. Big chomp over here. Now she's back to full health. She should be able to tank another one. Able to tank another one. Barely did any damage. Now I go for Rey. She does another one. I'm still alive. And boom. Just like that. So, yes, they can underman the GL Rey. Proving Grounds for, I believe, Ben Solo this is. Nice and easy. So, definitely put the Blessed on Morgan in that battle. Very, very clutch. So, Ben Solo, 20 shards. Next up is Scythe. Scythe. This one is... Did we just get us up, or is that for the video? Well, anyway, big shout out to that person for subscribing. This is the TIE Interceptor. This is including Inquisitors again, but it's a lot easier than the one we showed earlier with the TIE Interceptor. This is Scythe, I believe. So this one's a lot easier. I do put the Blessed on Morgan. Go for Grand Inquisitor first, because he's the big damage dealer, and he's annoying with his ability blocks. So that ability is lowering the HP. It's very, very nice. Over here, they're just going to go ahead and do their thing. Whenever I have the opportunity to attack Grand Inquisitor with Great Mothers or Morgan, I'm 100% going to do it. So I do a big AoE here to remove those buffs. Obviously, they're very, very fast, but they barely touch Morgan because she's so tanky. Grand Inquisitor goes down from an AoE. Very, very nice. Get a nice stun, get a mass swarm going. Lots of big damage. Look at all that extra true damage going out. Very, very easy. Now I end up going for Second Sister because she's a big damage dealer, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, this one's practically full auto at this point. Just got to get rid of Grand Inquisitor. He's the most annoying, but you're never in danger in this battle like the one with TIE Interceptor. So big basics over here. Great Mother's going to do a big AoE, remove the damage immunity from Fifth Brother. Basic, Doom, Fifth Brother, big AoE grenade. Super, super easy. Not much to it. Not much to it. Another 20 shards of another unit for Scythe. Next up is Admiral Trench. Not the best Conquest character by any means, but we have to know how to beat him. So this one, I end up going for Trench first. I put the Blessed on Morgan. Gotta be careful of that Spider Droid, because they can definitely get to their fun stuff. Almost get rid of a Trench with an AoE, just like that. So again, big AoE. I end up going for the spider droid, or the sniper droid next, because it has one-shot potential. I gotta get rid of it quick. End up surviving. Good. Get rid of the sniper droid. Go for new gun right next, because I don't want any of that profit shenanigans affecting me. So obviously, they're taking some turns. They're doing their thing, but they're no match for Great Mothers. Absolutely no match. Go for Dooku next. He does have the health tech, but once we remove that protection, he can no longer recover protection from that tech. He can recover health, though, but it doesn't matter because he gets one-shot by our Death Trooper Peridia. Never, ever in really serious danger. And big AoE, he can't come back. Trench, Proving Grounds, nice and easy. Now, next up is going to be Fury-class Interceptor. Extremely important because it's needed for Leviathan. Now, same concept as the Proving Grounds for Malgus, but a lot easier. A lot easier. This one we have anti-revive. They have this stack of 9 every time they take a turn. I think they can attack out of turn. So it does take a little bit of time, but I think I end up going for Malgus first because he's very annoying and he's tanky and he can do a lot of damage with his max health. If you have Merrin here, it's so much easier. So much easier. At the time, I did not have her with the Lightspeed token changed. This was recorded about 2 months ago. Now, I have Merrin unlocked with the Lightspeed token. She'll make this a lot easier. But over here, just doing AoEs. Big hit for Malgus. Definitely takes a little bit of time, but the basics are lowering his HP. Same exact concept. Doing my thing. Going for a basic again. He's at 1 HP. You see that? Nice and easy. Now, that's the savior mechanic from Talon. The next time he takes a turn or we get a hit, he's done. Boom. Next up, gotta go for Sith Empire Trooper. I'm being forced to. Miss a chomp. At this point, I'm just trying to stall this out so I can lower the HP because they get very tanky. I'm sticking to basics instead of AoEs here to just lower that max health. Another basic. Continuing to go. They're going to take a bunch of turns. HP's getting lowered even more. We're never in ever serious danger. Good basics. Kind of wish I had Merrin for this battle back in the day. Would have made it a lot easier. HP again, going down and down and down. Basic, boom. HP gone. I go for Revan next. He's annoying. Even though they do have talent on the field, I just want to get rid of Revan for those AoE shocks and the fear. Don't want to deal with it. Try to remove some Term Meter. Even though I think with that debuff, you can't remove Term Meter. They're immune to Term Meter manipulation. Go for basics. Nice basic over here. Obviously, this one takes time because they're very tanky, but the whole point is that you can get it done. The very important one. Again, you get rid of him. The HP gets lowered and lowered and lowered. So same exact concept for Bastila. Just trying to deal as much damage as I can, hoping I could just do enough to get rid of her. The max health does end up having to get taken away. The heal immunity there was nice. Basic, gone. Now Talon's your last target, and the rest is absolutely cake. So I will showcase the rest of this. Another AoE. Big damage. Fury class Interceptor taken out. Nice and easy. Next up, Malicos. Another very important character. Needed for a lot in this game. Very good in Grand Arena. I end up going for him first. Putting the Blessed on Morgan. Going for a big AoE over here. Lowering that max health. Applying Vulnerable. Don't think we're in any serious danger. I end up going for the buff removal first before doing the Mass Swarm. He does get damage immunity, but we're still okay. Our Morgan is very tanky. Going for an AoE. Going for a big chomp. Almost got him down. And he's down like that. So next target is Seer because she has big potential one-shot ability like that. So you want to make sure you get rid of her next. Now Crew's a very annoying tank. Big AoE. Go for Fulcrum third because she's an annoying damage dealer. As you can see, she has a lot of cleansing, but her HP is going to get lowered throughout the battle. Cal is going to be your fourth target. Big Mass Swarm. Obviously very tanky. Big chomp. Boom. Basic. Crew. Annoying tank. Going down. I know this is taking a little bit of time, but I do want to showcase the whole strategy for every single Proving Grounds. I'll have timestamps in all the description for the video. So, Malicos, taken care of. Nice and easy. 20 shards. Now, let's see what I do here. Am I stalling it out? All right, there we go. Next up is going to be Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. We got a couple more left. Dark Trooper Moff Gideon is next. Now, over here, I think I end up going for him right away, because you just want to get rid of him. He can't do the revives. End up sticking with basics, because I just want to lower his HP. We don't have to remove anybody's buffs, not yet. I think I end up throwing this on full auto. Isn't that hilarious? I'm like so confident with my Great Mothers, I don't think I have to throw, I don't have to do it on manual. It's all about just getting rid of DTMG in the beginning. They're obviously going to go ahead and do their thing, put the Blessed on Morgan, same thing. Lowering that HP. Obviously, our Night Trooper's getting a little bit low, but we have nice healing mechanic with Morgan's unique. See how tanky it is? You can't crit him. Cannot crit him. But it's just the king of stall. That's what this team is. For some reason, we're going for Stormtrooper instead of Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. I probably had the auto on the wrong target, but I guess I'll let my auto cook for a second. All you have to do is just go for DTMG. That's it. See, I got fixed the auto. I was like, what's going on here? I was looking at the wrong thing, probably doing something else, but just keep doing the basics. The HP's getting lowered. You know the deal. More HP lowered. Obviously, extremely tanky of a character. As you could tell, it takes a little bit of time. But it eventually just happens. Big mass swarm. Getting lower and lower. More HP down. Obviously, he's got quite a bit of healing. Now he's getting really low. There's the 1 HP mark. That's it. That's all there is. Nice and easy. The rest is cake. Just full autoing again. They're just going to be a little tanky. That's like one of my favorite things about this team, because they're the king of like scaling. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. They're just so good early. They're so strong mid, and they're a strong late game because they just break you down. They deter your HP. There's not a lot of weaknesses to this team. They're just so freaking good. Obviously, Stormtroopers are going to be very, very tanky, but it's just practically throwing it on full auto, guys. If Marin is in here, you put the Plague on it, it's even easier. Look at the mass swarm, just doing crazy, crazy work. Nice and easy. Basic, 62k crit. Once and done. 3-star, DTMG. Available for you. Next up, Darth Bane. How important is Darth Bane right now? Gotta talk about Bane. Probably the most important one of them all, because he's such an important character, and it's gotta be probably one of the easiest ones. Go for a nice AoE here. Vulnerable. Go for a chomp. Mass Swarm. He does end up doing an AoE. Doesn't matter. Lowering his HP. Removing turn meter. AoE. Does he even take a turn? He doesn't even take a turn. That's the point. Just go for Bane right away. Nice and easy. That's probably one of the easiest ones there is, because you just lower his HP and kill him. Best character in the game. Easy proving grounds. Queen Amidala. One of my favorite teams in this game. One of the strongest teams in this game. Proving grounds. An absolute breeze. I end up going for her first. I'm not too worried about Padawan Obi-Wan's damage. Same concept like in Grand Arena, except you're going for Queen Amidala first. In Grand Arena, we want to go for Padawan Obi-Wan first. Highly recommend you do that, but they're going to go ahead and do their thing. I just want to get rid of her. And she's very squishy compared to Grand Arena. Go for the Mass Swarm. She's gone. Next up, Padawan Obi-Wan. We're able to ignore the taunt and the decoy because it's a light side enemy leader. So nice and easy. They do have Jedi Knight Anakin and Padme, so they're kind of annoying with the AoEs, but absolute breeze. I go for Master Qui-Gon next as my third enemy, or third target. The heal immunity on Anakin is a little annoying. Big AoE, nice, almost vulnerable. I had to go for the decoy there, couldn't ignore taunt. So over there, I should have done a basic that would have killed. So it just takes a little bit of time. Go for Padme fourth. Could go for Anakin, but I end up going for Padme fourth. Almost got that decoy down. Big AoE. The whole team is gone. So, walking over Queen Amidala's proving grounds. 20 shards. Luthen. Almost got the rest of the Conquest. There's a lot. There's a lot of characters. Luthen Rael. Go for Kyle Katarn first. He is going to be the annoying damage dealer. Big AoEs. popped. Absolute cake. Cara Dune, popped. Pow. Almost popped. And the good thing is that when they're doomed and they die, they can't get revived. So I go for the spawn over here because I have to. Spawn's gone. Go for Luthen. This is by far one of the easiest ones in the game. As like Proving Grounds get more and more released, the later ones are easier than the early ones. It's kind of crazy how they did that. Ezra Bridger Exile. We know the deal with him. He's still a great character. Still a great character. Not bad. Just needs to be with Ahsoka Tano. His Proving Grounds. Go for Enoch first. The Vulnerable is nice. I'm throwing this on full auto. I have full confidence. I put the Blessed on Night Trooper. I probably want to put it on... You know what? No, putting it on Night Trooper is pretty good because this one's a breeze. Absolute breeze. So we're using their own enemy against them. And it's super, super cake. I'm telling you, the earlier ones were way more difficult. Way more tedious. They made these later ones kind of a cakewalk. Obviously, they're going through a lot of the stacks. Our Morgan got kind of low there, so even full auto, probably not the best call. All right, I end up losing Morgan, and I think I forfeit. So I'm showing the one that's forfeiting. So at this case, I'm probably like, you know what? Don't do it on full auto, or I'll put the Blessed on Morgan. That's what I meant. Put the Blessed on Morgan. So that was a little bit of a misplay. So I'll go for a big auto here. Let me fast forward a little bit. There we go. Trying to speed it up a little bit because I included the one where I failed. Put the Blessed on Morgan. That's the whole point of it. It makes it a lot easier on auto. So Morgan's your friend. I was just trying to be a little bit spicy with Night Trooper. So that's the Ezra Bridger Exile one. Next up is going to be Side Rey. Very important character. Very good for Kylo. Massive for anybody's roster. Yes, you can underman it. You got to go for Stormtrooper first. First Order Stormtrooper. Can't get stunned with the Blessed, I believe. Or, no, you can get stunned. Something. Maybe he doesn't have his stun ability. Gotta get the blind on all of them. Big AoE. Go for Hux next. Big AoE here. Go for Dark Rey. She does her lightning. Doesn't really matter. Another AoE. Go for Kylo. Big Chomp. Great Mother's Underman. No complaints. Next up, and the last one for this recording, is going to be Jocasta Nu. Did not get the Pirate King Hondo one with SM33. It's a breeze. Absolute breeze. I promise you, it took me one battle. Put the Doomed on SM33, killed the sides, and the rest is a breeze. So, just want to showcase this. I'm pretty sure Great Mothers are going to be able to beat every single Proving Grounds going forward. They're that strong of a team. So our Death Trooper Purity is getting a little bit low here. I went for Jocasta Nu first, obviously. Got to be a little bit careful here. I mean, the Master Mace one, they're doing a little bit of damage. Went for Mace after Jocasta. Big Chomp ability. Got to wait for this turn here. Big AoE. They're practically all down. Great Mothers are so freaking good. Go for this. Basic. Doomed. Basic, Ayla Secura. And that is pretty much going to be this video, guys. I wanted to just showcase every single Proving Ground event using the strategy with Great Mothers and how easy it is. So that is going to be the recording. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Great Mothers are the best team in the game? Yes, but wanted to showcase it for anyone that was questioning the use of Lightspeed tokens, anyone getting closer to 4 million galactic power. This singular team beats every single one. No Legendary, no Conquest, no Galactic Legend. Nice and easy. So if this was helpful, guys, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your guilds, comment down below, and the most important, subscribing to the channel to support your boy Vex on his road to 20,000 subs. Let's see how big this channel can get. So thank you guys again. Catch you guys in the next one. May the Force be with you all. Peace.